From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Here's Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw, Watson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Amari Cooper from 13 yards out.
And the Browns are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
He's going to look deep for Watkins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. One quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57.
7-0 is our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Dances by him. And some room to work. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
52 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
Touchdown, Browns.
Anthony Schwartz.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Browns continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 14-0. One play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On second down, it's Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And again, it's Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Watson.
Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Kareem Hunt.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there.
York now for the extra point.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 30 on second down, Rodgers.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now a throw here, hauled in. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's caught. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. A good pickup there of 20 yards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. He pulled it in. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Rodgers. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 39, Watson eluding the pressure right. A beautiful fake. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Watson now to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Here's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight. As we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Thus far, this Super Bowl has looked less like a contest and more like a coronation. And to call the second half, let's get it right back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Rodgers throw taken in by Watkins here.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a 1st down carry by Jones.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. The Browns drive about to get started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 1st downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38.
To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
Being chased out left.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up second down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. Only able to gain a couple there. And now third down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
To throw is Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. And this is caught by Watkins. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Browns will take over, first and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Watson off play action. Rolling to his left. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Off of play action, it's Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Hunt is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, first and 10.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 30 on second down, Rodgers setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Rodgers now to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They'll give it to Chubb. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So how about the season, Charles, if he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation, because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith at 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And how about this? The dog pound gets the crown. The Cleveland Browns are the Super Bowl champs. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.